Doom Eternal is such a fitting name, because it's very clear that id Software and Bethesda set out to create a game that had a shot at the FPS record books. Whereas Doom 2016 felt like an awesome resurrection for a storied franchise, bringing it up to modern standards, Doom Eternal improves upon nearly everything and sets its own bar, a bar that is incredibly high and will be hard for new or old franchises to reach. Let's not beat around the bush. Doom Eternal is quite possibly the best first-person shooter in years. What's going on, everybody? It's Ghost Robo, and I've been hunkered down playing Doom Eternal while everything has gone crazy. It's a little ironic that the world of Doom is completely overrun by demonic hordes, and no normal human would dare go outside, as we sit here wondering if we should even go outside. But alas, it's been really nice to stress relieve my way through insane battle after insane battle. And if you played or watched Doom 2016, you know that they nailed the combat, the gunplay, and delivered an incredibly fast-paced and challenging campaign. If Doom 2016 turned everything to 11 4 years ago, they've now cranked it to like 17 here in 2020. It's faster, more challenging, crazier, and even more satisfying than before. Many of the guns are back, the glory kills are back, most of the demons return, but I wouldn't describe this as your typical sequel with modest improvements. Even though the loop remains the same, Doom Eternal feels like a substantial upgrade, and id Software clearly used these last 4 years well. This is a fast game. You might not even breathe during some of the more intense sequences, which you probably shouldn't do. Breathing is important. But the frenetic pace of the fights also carries over to the progression and near constant upgrades, secrets, and challenges. This is where Doom Eternal first stood out so impressively to me. You're always getting something, and that's needed here, because this game pushes you, and pushes you hard. So it's relieving and rewarding to grab a new upgrade for your suit, or a mod for a gun, or a boost to your health or armor. You've got secrets and collectibles scattered about, and I don't know if there are just more of them, or if they're now easier to find, but unlike Doom 2016, I'm pretty darn good at spotting and reaching said hidden objects, and finding them feels great. But all of those rewards and upgrades would mean very little if the mechanics were not equally rewarding, and my goodness, are they ever. The shooting and movement of Doom Eternal is masterfully tuned to near perfection. Your path through an encounter, which is too tame a word for this game, so your path through every single fight for your life is quick and crafty as you employ all of your tools with speed and decisiveness. And you must be decisive this time around, because Doom Eternal challenges you with not only finger Olympics, but mental acrobatics as well. The new system to siphon health from glory kills, armor from flame belch, and ammo from chainsaw is ridiculous in all the right ways. I'm a pretty focused gamer, but even I get distracted by the insane onrush of demons surrounding me, and I often forget to mix up my tactics. I think it's gamer nature to rely on what works, and to do it over and over again. But Doom Eternal forces you to play jack of all trades by limiting ammo and necessitating different types of finishers in order to acquire the appropriate pickup. You can't just go ham and blast your way through everything without remembering to chainsaw for ammo. And you can't just fight at a distance, because those glory kills are crucial to keeping your head above water. It sounds stressful, and it is. I don't think Doom Eternal is for the faint of heart or faint of anything. I mean, the game is insanely gory, but you already knew that. Yet that stress in Doom Eternal adds to the magic of this package because it keeps you on your toes. It requires variety and therefore avoids repetition in what could become a slogfest if not for all of the distinct evisceration options. And when you do get through an arena, and you do manage your pickups well, you do glory kill that freaking annoying mancubus, it's awesome. It's just plain awesome. Tight corridor battles are absurdly intense, open field battles are a race for your life, and let's not even get started on the Slayer gates. I love and hate, but love the Slayer gates. These are lockdown encounters that require a hidden key. And boy am I glad they're locked down, because you can feel them shaking as you approach. A tsunami of challenge is about to overtake your heart, your mind, and maybe even your soul. These Slayer gates will challenge you even more somehow than the main game, which is already tough at the normal difficulty. But after a massive Slayer gate battle, which felt like an hour but probably lasted less than 5 minutes, I legit felt like I saved the world and accomplished an unfathomable FPS feat. So many enemies, so much movement, so much variety in terms of what I was doing, what I was using, what I was firing, what I was focusing on. It's pure adrenaline, and I love it. Now, I'm going to be a little different here, deviate from the pack, because I know this is a bit of a controversial feature in Doom Eternal, but I also love the platforming. I think it adds a layer between the combat chaos that just feels natural, because it's demanding and impressive, just like the firefights. You'll be leaping massive chasms, climbing far off walls, and managing your dashes, your jumps, and your life, just like in combat. They found a way to take Doom FPS combat and convert it into platforming, and to me that's insanely impressive, and I really am glad they took the risk and added it in. This is a very gamey game, and giant jumps that can look super tough or even impossible feel right at home in Doom Eternal. Don't get me wrong, you will die a lot in this game, and you may yell, you may wave your controller, you may slam your mouse, but it's worth it. And for every moment of frustration, there were 10 more moments where I felt so darn accomplished. I think it's the speed and ferocity of this game that makes dying and repeating feel less like a war of attrition, as it can at times in something like Dark Souls, and instead feel more like a battle for supremacy, a battle that you can and will eventually win. After completing a tough encounter or level, I feel empowered, confident that I can deal with the next scenario quicker and faster than the last. And I don't think that type of feedback loop occurs as often in other difficult titles. Perhaps it's supplemented by those constant upgrades, or the moments of reprieve where you get to hang on your ship, or look at the gorgeous visuals, or jump around in one of those divisive platforming segments. But satisfaction is something we all seek, and Doom Eternal gives it to you over and over again if you're willing to put in the time. I could go on and on about Doom Eternal. There are a few more systems we could discuss, some awesome looking specific levels, and the music fuels your quest for dominance very well. It's bloody, beautiful, brutal, and bold, the 4 Bs. But it's not even like this is my gaming cup of tea, because frankly, I don't really care about the lore of the story, and I don't have much nostalgia for the franchise. I just know that this is a top tier FPS game that will be hard to beat in 2020, or 2021, or 2022. You get my drift? This feels like a monumental shooter experience, one that won't soon be forgotten or soon be topped. It's lengthy too, with more than enough content to justify your purchase. And we haven't even touched on the battle mode because those servers are not live yet. Already this game is an easy 9 out of 10, and that could climb closer to perfection if that multiplayer side of things does end up delivering. All of this is extra sweet for me in an era when shooters more often than not involve 99 other players, or a big sandbox, or a bunch of loot and side quests. There's nothing wrong with those types of games. I'm just glad we got a phenomenal, campaign-focused, adrenaline-driven, progression-powered, first-person shooter in 2020 that establishes a new bar for this genre as of late, right before we transition to next gen. PS5 and Xbox Series X developers have their work cut out for them if they want to be remembered as long as I'll remember Doom Eternal. That's going to do it for the video review, guys and girls. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your take in the comments down below, and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and would like me to do more reviews. I don't often write everything out, get my thoughts on paper, and give it a go, but I wanted to here because this game made a mark on me. So if you guys do enjoy, it would mean a lot if you did like and leave a comment. Now, I know that some people posted true, like, straight gameplay today, their walkthrough, and there was clearly embargo confusion because I was told no gameplay of that sort until Thursday. So I hope you guys will come back Thursday when I have much more normal quote-unquote gameplay and content for you. But I was allowed to post this review today and wanted to get it up and out there so you could know that this incredible game is coming Friday in a time where I feel like we all really need an incredible game to look forward to. So thank you so much for being here. Doom Eternal is phenomenal. I love it very much. It is very bloody, brutal, gory, and gross, but goodness gracious, the gameplay, the mechanics, the systems, and the way they leveled it up from Doom 2016 to Doom Eternal, it's beyond impressive. So definitely let me know in the comments if there's something specific you're eager to see for Doom Eternal, if you'd like a walkthrough, if you just want like boss and Slayer Gate guides, if you just want to see crazy encounters and kills. I'd love to hear from you about what you want this weekend when the game does come out, and I am allowed to post whatever I want. Also, if you got any tips or constructive criticism about this review, like I said, I don't do them very often, so I'm open to that. Definitely let me know in the comments as well. I love you guys, I trust you guys, and I appreciate those of you that have been following me for the greater part of a decade now. I know things are vastly different than they used to be, but I am trying my best to keep interesting content coming and to help ferry us into 2020, into next gen, and enjoy all of that together, especially while things are a little weird out there in the regular world. Thanks, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Chill out at home. Enjoy yourselves. Let's play some great games. And until next time, drink some hot chocolate. Thanks again. We'll see you all later.